Welcome back to more Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance. Last time, we got a bunch of keys, we killed Death, we finally got the super jump, and a whole bunch of other goodies, and basically now, time to just go check out all the areas we missed, and the few new areas we have access to. So, our first stop is going to be getting hit in the face by the skeleton spider, but no, our first stop is going to be heading all the way back to the entrance, but in Castle B. And there are quite a few areas over there, and there's quite a few things we missed there. Actually, you know what? No, speaking of things we missed, before we actually explore the Castle B variants of those, let's quickly just head through there and check out the few things that we missed in Castle A. Alright, we are back at Marble Corridor A. Been a minute since we've been over here, huh? And there's, as you can see on the right, you know, on the little advanced collection collectible UI thingy that I pointed out before, there's only one thing to get over here. But it is an important thing, that's for sure. And just in a second here, it's actually here. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not up here. This is where we got the fire book. I'm a fucking idiot. It's actually somewhere else entirely. Give me a bit further up ahead. If you remember that room that had a very big staircase in it, we are going back over there. Wherever the fuck that was. Yeah, it's down here. This is pretty much the only time you ever really have to come back to this area, I feel like. Well, you could have come back here for this much, much earlier in the game, but at that point it's enough of a backtrack that I didn't really want to do it. First of all, if you come back here once you get the double jump, you can get heart max up. Pretty nice. And at the other end of this room, there's also double jump over here. Vlad's ring. Yet another one of Dracula's remains. I don't exactly know why his ring is considered one of his remains, considering all the others are, you know, his, like, body parts. Like, as you can see, we have the eye, heart, nail, fang, and ring. There's only one left. In fact, that's actually the last of the relics in the entire game that's left to get. And the ring, if I look more closely, it increases luck. Neat. This is the very first of the remains you can get, and as soon as you get the double jump from Skeleton Cave B, you can run all the way back here and come get that, but at that point in the game, it is just such a long backtrack for such a nothing burger of a pickup. Like, you need to get it, right? You want to get all the remains, but it's just a luck up, it's whatever. Yeah, I didn't bother coming back until now. Anyway, you can see Skull Key's used. We've bumped into a few of these doors in the past, now that we can open it. We can get some shitty armor that we don't need anymore. Probably. It actually is a lot better. Never mind. I'm full of shit. As you can see, this place looks familiar. We end up finding ourselves... yeah, I'll take the Bible. We end up finding ourselves all the way back into the elevator room. So, yeah, the two, like, the left and right halves of the castle are finally brought together. Although, at this point, it's like... I mean, it's definitely convenient, yeah. But, I mean, that's about it. Yeah, that's mostly it. Those are the two things I wanted to show over here. The next, let's head on down to the Wailing Way, because there's some more shit down there, too. Do not try to make me pick up that knife again, man. I don't want it. Right. Back in Wailing Way A. And... I gotta remember exactly. There's another area you can come back to once you get the double jump, but I didn't bother because it's not really worth it. There's some stuff over here. No major collectibles, as you can see on the right. But mostly just a couple of consumables and goodies, like Mana Prism. Hey, sure, why not? Already got what was up there. And what was up here. I don't remember where... Yes, this room. We didn't come in here at all before. But we get the double jump and come up here and get fancy clothes. I want to say those, like, boost int or something, but at this point, they're beyond, like, outclassed. We don't need them anymore. Then we come up here. I mentioned this area before as well. It is pretty easy to... That rock armor I just killed, you can try to jump up here, let him hit you with his rock, and the knockback will boost you onto the ledge over here, and then you can just get up here without even needing the double jump, but... Come up here and get the Logoth ring, which... I know not long ago, I just said I didn't want to pick up the knife, but this is the sub-weapon ring that actually boosts the knife. And I'll show it off if we end up finding another knife, but basically, it's not super interesting. What it does is, rather than throw one knife, you throw 3 knives. Hey, it's not much, but pretty neat nonetheless, I guess. I don't know. It's something. I think it also mentioned that the knife only costs 1 heart to use, but collecting the Logoth ring and using it makes knives cost 2 hearts to use. So, like, you know, who cares? There's an HP max over here as well, nice. Anyway, let's head on down to the room with all the fucking lizards in it. All 1 lizard. Gulky door. I actually showed this in a previous episode, where I was trying to remember where this door leads. And yeah, we're on the other side now. And the reason we're gonna take a quick stop over here, because there is a lurky door down here, if you remember. And now that we can finally open it, let's just go validate that as a fast travel point. Alright. Here we got a very interesting piece of armor. We got the moon armor. If we try to put it on, you see. Not very good at all. That's because we're in Castle A. Quickly check Castle B. Castle B, we found the sun armor. But what the moon armor does, now that we're in Castle B, look at that. Gives way more defense. So yeah, that's what the sun and moon armor does. And they're really good pieces of armor that are given to you practically for free once you get the lurky. Sun armor boosts your defense a huge amount in Castle A. Moon armor boosts your defense, Castle B. Until we get the ceramic mail, probably going to be our best bet to just stick to the sun and moon armor. Anyway, I think we've gotten everything we need to see in the Castle A variants of those early areas, so just keep on moving. Where's that lurky door? It's right up ahead. We can finally start exploring the entrance areas of the castle, Castle B. And you can see, that's a weird enemy. He has a whip too. What the hell? It's the Simon Wraith. I don't know why, that's just the most amusing enemy in the game to me. Continuing to explore Wailing Way A. You can show off more of the summoning tome magic. Just beat up these guys here with the fist spell. This is a cool one. Cool stuff. Except, it actually missed quite a few enemies I see, so that one's probably not very good. So, while we have this now, head back to using Wind Fist. It's been a bit since we got to play around with this one. These Simon Wraiths can hit pretty hard if they actually hit you, I think. But, oh yeah. Took like 50-ish damage there. You can just stun lock them by just hitting them. They'll like flinch every single time you whip them, so it is not hard to just pacify them without getting hurt at all. Okay. Let's actually pit stop for a moment and grind against these enemies because they have a neat drop, if I remember correctly. Alright, finally got it. We got the Noon Star. Maybe that sounds familiar. A few episodes ago, several episodes now at this point, when we were exploring the clock tower, I mentioned that there's a secret shop over in the clock tower that you need this item in your inventory to be able to enter. And there's 2 enemies that drop it. The Simon Wraith here drops it for some fucking reason. And the Spectre enemies in the clock tower, they, like, you know, the invisible guys with the sword, they can also drop the Noon Star. And I find it very strange that Simon Wraith can drop this, considering at this point, there's nothing really valuable at all in the Noon Star shop, I don't think. Because we didn't bother going there before. Mostly because I didn't even remember that the Spectre could drop the Noon Star. I only really remember that the Simon Wraith can drop it. I almost missed that candle holder. I barely saw it. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna bother checking the Noon Star shop because it's so out of the way, and there's nothing left to really do over in the clock tower. There's a bit of the map we didn't explore over there, so I guess just for the sake of map completion, we'll head over there at some point. Anyway, more furniture up here. Smiling statue. That doesn't look like it's smiling at all, but okay. Oh yeah, also, during that off-camera grinding, we got 2 level ups and several high potions. So, good shit. We are 44 now. Almost 45, in fact. You guys give a lot of XP, actually. We're at 1588. What if I kill him? So, about like 300 XP. Not bad at all. Oh, I forgot that's where these were. Here we go. The crush boots. Are they actually better than the leggings? They're 1 point worse, but we'll just put them on anyway. If you remember, when we were in the entrance, there's that weird glowing ceiling we couldn't break through. That's what the crush boots are for, basically. We'll get to see exactly what they do in due time once we loop back around to the entrance, but we'll just leave them equipped for now. Otherwise, they don't really do anything. They're a pretty good defensive piece of gear, but not the best. Good enough that you can kind of just get away with equipping them, so it doesn't really matter. Stick with the fist. Anyway, let's just continue into Shrine of Apostates. You got these weird enemies here. JP Bone Pillar, which I figure is meant to be Jumping Bone Pillar. Gotta level up from these guys. These guys stand out. One, the weird name, and two, we're at 5201 EXP. What happens if we kill one? Actually, not as much XP as I remembered them giving, to be honest, but I remember the Jumping Bone Pillar, they give a weirdly high amount of XP at this point in the game. Relative to how easy they are to kill, I suppose that's true. They just go down in a single hit. You'll see it in speedruns. Certain speedruns that play this... I'm stumbling over my words. Certain speedruns will use glitches to basically sequence break and get to this area, like Shrine B, much earlier than intended. And then they will stay there for a bit and grind some Jumping Bone Pillars to get a lot of early levels. Although, I guess at this point in the game, the Simon Wraiths just give a lot more XP, so it's not as impressive, unfortunately. We have a lot of MP to play with now. We should really be spamming these Wind Fists. Let's keep moving on. There's also this weird ledge that's in... That ledge is here in Shrine A as well, and you can't get up there unless you have the double jump, or I guess if you did a precise damage boost. I'm not really sure why. Yeah, fuck it. It's been a while since we used the cross. Let's take it. Then we can take a look at Summoning Tome plus cross. We can get an elixir. Nice. Stumbling over my controls here. Let's find a good spot to actually use this summon. It's probably going to be really expensive. Here we go. Here's a perfect spot. One, save point. It's been a bit since I saved. Two. This was one of the very first boss fights when we started the game, and it's still a boss fight here. Cyclops, look at that hammer. Alright, boss fight took a bit to start. Anyway, let's try out the spell. Not bad. I think I'd rather just throw crosses the old-fashioned way. I tend to die more against this boss than I do against a lot of others, because his hammer hits super fucking hard, and it always has an active hitbox, so I tend to get hit by it unnecessarily. Yeah, you can see 83 damage. That hits quite hard. I'm spamming a lot of crosses, but now let's... Oh, Jesus Christ, the crosses followed him after his dash and killed him. No, let's not spam too many crosses. We don't want to lose all our hearts. We have a lot of at this point, but anyway, this is something we haven't seen in a while. Pop Wind Cross, and let's explore the rest of the shrine, although there's not really much here. In fact, as you can see on the right, there are literally no collectibles here. This is a completely optional, like, aside from getting the crush boots, this is a completely optional, like, filler area, basically. There's nothing mandatory here other than crush boots. And I guess some... Well, I guess Wailing Way had some furniture. There's no furniture over here. And I'm so used to using Bolt Bible instead of Windcross at this point, because I've just been using it for the entire playthrough. Windcross is starting to feel underwhelming in comparison. Just nothing down there, that's nice. Yeah, we want to go this way. A lot of Jumping Bone Pillars. I guess that's part of the thing that makes them nice for getting EXP as well, is more the fact that there's just so many of them, and they just die in one hit. So you can just pop Windcross and just run through this room and get, like, 600, 800-ish XP just for walking. Which is good. Alright, that's entirety of Shrine B. Checked out the shrine in both castles now. The very... not the last, but... next up is, Entrance B, finally. So, I'll meet you there. This is the room at the very beginning where we got the slide kick, but now it's just a heart max, and there's a wall there you have to lower initially in Castle A, but that wall isn't actually here in Castle B, which means if you wanted to, you could just run through this hallway, go through the door into Shrine B, and just fight the Cyclops and explore the place in reverse. It's pretty cute. It's kind of pointless, but you could do it. I mean, it's nice for the game to be more, you know, open-ended like that and let you just do shit in the order you want to do it. Anyway, now that we're back here, you see, weird ceiling, can't get past it, but if you super jump into it while wearing the crush boots, break straight through it. That right there is truly, like, I said this a few times, but I seriously mean it this time. That is truly the very final obstacle in the game. With this, we can now explore every square inch of both castles completely unimpeded. Okay, over here, and look at that. It's the very final remain of Dracula. It's the rib of Vlad. Fun fact about the rib, actually, he actually had this one removed before he died. Anyway, we got all 6 of the Dracula pieces now. That being the... we have all the relics in total now. We get the eye, heart, rib, nail, fang, and ring of Vlad. See what the rib does is negates poison, which, yeah, that's nice, but this late in the game, there's not really, like... The only enemy I can even think of that poisons you is, like, the fucking blue lizard, but we just kill him in, like, one hit at this point. If that came earlier, that'd be really, really sweet, but at this point, it's just not very relevant anymore, unfortunately. We've already been through this room. You're right, yeah. Pretty much all that's left is Marble Corridor B. Let's get a move on and check it out. Alright. Time for Marble Corridor B. Also, got holy water on the way here. Let's... Oh yeah, remember this guy. This was a boss earlier in the game. He's just a normal enemy in this room now. This was a good chance to check out the the holy water summoning spell. Damage on that's not bad, although it doesn't really hit anything in the upper half of the screen, so just do it the old-fashioned way. I don't remember what the Hydro Storm combo was. Might be water plus wind. It is. I doubt it's nearly as strong as the summoning book spells. There's another one of these guys. Let's just move on. Yeah, Hydro Storm, I mean, it's nice they give you like a full screen option like that early on. That's pretty neat. And it's definitely cheaper than the, it's way cheaper than the summoning book spells. Although you can see it does way less damage too. It's also wind element, which, I mean, if you're on an enemy who's weak to wind, yeah, that's great. Otherwise, not really. You see, we don't even get poisoned by that guy anymore, which is good. This whole room is just filled with a bunch of lizards. It's kind of goofy. This is the room where we got our very first magic book at the beginning of the game. This is where we got the ice book. Finally coming back here, and just an HP max. Nothing crazy, but we got the Twilight Cloak. Can that replace anything? Twilight Cloak. Still not even as good as Bloody Glove, my lord. But Crush Boots. It's a bit better than Crush Boots. I'll put it on. As you can see, you get this weird looking black outline now that you can barely see. Because we're in Castle B, so everything is gray. Take the Bible again, why not? There's only like 1 or 2 other spots in the game. Like 2 or 3 other spots, I guess, where you even need the Crush Boots. So, I mean, might as well, I mean, you know, we don't have to wear it very much longer, so I don't really mind if we have to re-equip it a couple times. What's left? Just continue exploring Marble Corridor B. Remember, this is the very first boss fight room in the game, but now it is whatever the hell this guy is, Pike Master. He's pretty hard, and he has huge range. But he's in armor, which means he just gets shredded to death in seconds by Old Bible, as does, you know, most things in the game. Gun heading this way. How much EXP does this guy give? Probably enough for a level up. Yeah. Whereas we'll absolutely be able to get to a high enough level to check out the secret shop without even really needing to grind. That's good. Normally, again, I've never actually been to the secret shop before. I never bothered with the grind. Because it's pretty easy. By the time you're like level 35, you're honestly good to just go beat the game. Flea Man up there instead of an item. That's great. Yeah, this is the most exploring I've done in this game in a while, to be honest. Got Viking Helm. Feels like a pretty plain equip to get so late in the game, but an improvement over what we had before, so yeah, give me that shit. There's just nothing else up here. Not even any furniture in this area. Speaking of which, how much furniture do we have? 1, 2, 3 missing pieces of furniture. And, well, as we continue to backtrack, we'll find it eventually. More hearts and flea men down here, nothing super special. Might as well just go take a peek over here real quick, just, you know, to fill out the map. This is a weird enemy. Oh! Here he goes, and he, gave us a cross, I guess, but I'm not gonna take it. Not even sure what the fuck the enemy's supposed to be. It's like a palette swap of the Mimic enemy we fought earlier in the game, which we encountered it, and I just didn't really make any mention of it. Well, there's something we haven't collected in here, so let's... nah, let's just keep exploring the rest of, let's just keep exploring the rest of the corridor first. I don't want to get super sidetracked. What else even is there? Fucking annoying guy again. At least it's just free XP. It's not that hard to deal with. Anyway, next spot to check is in Marvel B. It's the spot where we found our very first warp that led us down into the depths of the Castle B. The place with the eye-destroyingly disgusting hallway. We finally get to head back there. So excited. Oh, well, another victory armor. Just don't even care at this point. A silk curtain. One of our last pieces of furniture. Nice. I don't even remember what the hell is over this way. Probably nothing. It's just more of these weird O enemies. They make the same exact noise as the damn skeleton blazes do. The weird yelp. I'm not gonna bother killing him. More Spriggans. I remember there being more Spriggan enemies than there actually are by the end of the game. I remember them spamming the Spriggans, but not really, I guess. Over here it's just HP max. Whatever. Well, we've done a decent chunk of exploring. As you can see, most of the castle's explored at this point. So, I think we'll call that episode there for now. And next time on Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance, I think we're going to try to finish up the game. We're going to round up all of the last secrets we missed, and then we're finally going to finish the game. So, see you next time.